So it's just a very dangerous ride. The danger level increases substantially. One time and one time only, everybody, I'm gonna ride 1,500 miles in 24 hours or less on my turbo bagger over here that I have that's pushing an average of over 200 horsepower and 200 torque to the rear wheel. Welcome everybody to the channel. I am Crew, host of the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about several things. One, I'm going to show you exactly a step-by-step guide how you can submit the paperwork so you can become a member of the Ironbred Association, get your patch, your certificate, your plaques, all that good stuff, right? I'm going to put that at the end of the video, so if you're just watching this video for that, just go towards the end of the video and I'm going to show you an easy step-by-step guide how to do that, right? What I'm going to talk about right now is the 1,500 mile Ironbred Association Bun Burner Challenge that I'm doing on October 7th. Again, it's October 7th from the Kingwood Harley Davidson. I'm gonna leave at 3 in the morning from there, and I'm gonna head out towards El Paso on I-10, right? I have an Instagram video already that I posted about a week ago, and in that video I say the same thing, but I say that I'm going towards Florida. But looking at the route and keeping up to date with the construction that's going on there is going to be very tough to go through traffic and actually finish the 1,500 miles in 24 hours or less, that route. So the next best route for here from the Houston area is going to be going towards El Paso, in which case we're going to meet again October 7th at 3 a.m. over at, or kickstands up, I should say, at 3 a.m. from Kingwood Harley Davidson. And then from there, we're just gonna go all the way pretty much to El Paso and then back so we can try our very best, right, as a group. However many are coming with me on the group. Everybody's invited, but I'm gonna cover some stuff on that to get the gold status. Now, there's two patches you can get for the 1,500 mile challenge. One, if you finish it in 24 hours or less, which is what we're gonna try to do, you get the gold status, the gold patch. If you do it, I wanna say in 36 hours or less, you get the silver status, right? So either way, we're gonna get one or the other. In addition to that, you will also get another 1,000 mile status or challenge patch because you did that in that trip, right? We're gonna go for the 24 hours for the gold status. 24 hours, 1,500 miles in 24 hours or less. That's the goal for me. And I'm only gonna do this challenge one time. And I'm only inviting people this one time on October 7th. Why? There's many reasons. Because it's just very hard to do. If you guys have ridden across country or just around town, you can just imagine how exhausting doing 1,500 miles in 24 hours or less is gonna be. Shoot, 1,500 miles in 36 hours or less is exhausting. So we're gonna try to beat that, you know? So we're trying to get that gold status. And I'm not only doing it one time because right now, as I said before you, I'm a 45-year-old man. I still have youth, I still have a will, and I still have the ability to want to do it. Next year after that, I don't know. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, but today and October 7th, I'm gonna do that. So all of you all are welcome to come and join me on this very hard to do challenge. Now, hold your horses, everybody. If you want to join me on this ride, you're more than welcome to, but there's a few things I have an obligation to make you aware of, right? The first thing is safety, right? As you all know, you're motorcycle riders, you know, I don't care if it's a Harley or a sport bike or anything like that, or even a scooter, right? It's inherently a dangerous method of transportation, right? It's a very dangerous method of transportation every time we get on those two wheels. We don't know what can happen, not from our account, but from road conditions, weather conditions, and most importantly, and unfortunately, like, you know, the cars that just don't see us, or inexperienced drivers that don't see us riders. And there's a lot of people that have died on twos, and that's the unfortunate truth, right? We all know that when we put our helmets on and our gloves on and we throw that leg over those two wheels, right? So all that to say, everybody, that inherently it's a dangerous method of transportation. Now, when you add a challenge like this, of this magnitude, right? Doing 1,500 miles in 24 hours or less is just, the danger level increases substantially, right? Why? Well, where do I start? Fatigue, first of all. Physical ability fatigue. We'll get extremely tired, and you might want to push it and stuff like that. And if that's, you know, if as soon as you feel you want to push it, that's probably when you start thinking to yourself, you know, I should probably stop because I need to get home to my wife and kids, or whoever you get home to, right? So it's just a very dangerous ride, and I want you all to be aware of that, because safety is paramount, and the last thing I want is anybody to join me on my adventure and something very, very bad happen, right? Motorcycles breaking down, we can work with that. Tire blowing out, we can work with that. This is a very fragile body that we have, and we have to take care of it while we have it, right? We want to have fun. So again, it's going to be a very dangerous ride simply because of that. Not because we're going to be doing, you know, stunts or, you know, or doing anything crazy. We're just going to get in the bikes and we're going to ride them. But there's dangers that are around us that I want you all to be aware. So that's another reason why we're going towards El Paso versus over here, because pretty much once we pass San Antonio from the Houston area and we go towards San Antonio, that way, it's pretty much free and clear, you know, highway road, interstate road, all the way to El Paso. There's gas stations along the way. I tried my best to map them out, but it's very hard to map them out when I'm not too familiar with that route. I've done it a couple of times, and I think that's the safest route for us to go, right? So anyway, so safety. And of course, the other thing is your physical condition. I'm not saying we have to be, you know, Olympians to do this route, but you have to be in somewhat of a decent shape. You know, be able to walk a certain amount of distance, be able to do a certain amount of push-ups or sit-ups or something like that, because your body's gonna get tired. You know, you're on this wind, and we got the road wing fairings, so you got the bad wings or whatever you have, and your body's getting that wind, that turbulence, that wind resistance that we're cutting through, and your body's gonna get tired, like just right here. You know what I'm saying? If you notice when you go on these long road trips, your back's a little straighter, you're firmer, you know, that's because your body's getting a workout, right? So your physical condition has to be decent. It doesn't have to be great, but it can't be bad. Be like talking about, hey, I'm just gonna get on this ride and go. This is not a ride that you just get on to try it out, right? And I'm gonna be very clear and specific on this stuff, because I don't want to set anybody up for failure. I want to set everybody for success. Personally, I think, like when I did my 1,000 mile Salsor challenge here in Texas, you know, it was 13 of us, 12 of us finished, but everybody had not ridden with each other at that point. And we did it gracefully. Everybody had a great attitude, and it was just a perfect remedy for success. And nobody's bike broke down. Everybody's bike was very well taken care of. Now, which brings me to the other topic, your motorcycle. Make sure your motorcycle is serviced. Make sure your tires are good. You have good air pressure. Your oils are doing well. You got, you know, personally, I'm gonna put new oils on mine on all three things. And just make sure that it's running good. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about that. We're all grown people here, and just make sure that your motorcycle is serviced and is good, right? What to bring? Gear, right? Bring whatever tools you wanna bring. I'm gonna bring tools myself, right? I'm going to bring, you know, rain gear, obviously, and I'm also gonna bring my electric, you know, plug-in cold weather gear as well, because we just don't know. I don't think it's gonna be like that, but I mean, come on, just pack it up and take it with you, right? So that's the gear that I'm gonna take, and I recommend for y'all to take that. So make a list of whatever you wanna take and take it. Listen to me, guys, you need to have your gear. 100%, that's what makes your ride enjoyable or not, all right? Food and water. Look, a lot of riders don't like to eat well when they're on these motorcycle rides, and I understand why, because your body is going to work overtime processing the food, and you're on the bike basically getting a little workout, right? I understand that. Me, I like to have big meals, and I just push through it. But in this ride, I'm going to be doing nothing but snacking. Snack here, snack there, snack here, that snack there. for two reasons. One, to save time, and two, because I'm just trying, my body's gonna be, I know my body's gonna be tired. I know my body's gonna be exhausted, right? But with a big smile on my face, if we're able to get that gold status, right? So with that being said, everybody, bring yourself some energy drinks or not. Bring yourself, obviously, I would definitely recommend for you to drink some electrolytes, some water. Bring with you some snacks, some food, put it in your tour pack or in your saddlebag or something, just something when we're out there, right? Or maybe you can munch on it while you're on the road, because our stops, which leads me to our next thing, right? So that covers the food and water. The next thing, our stops. Our stops are gonna be Fast and Furious. There's no way about it, no way around it, right? Personally, when I'm on a mission, or I'm goal oriented, right? So when I'm gonna go like this here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up. I don't care who pulls up to the gas station or gas pump first. I'm gonna pull up, I'm gonna fill up, I'm gonna tell somebody that's next to me or somebody that's waiting for the pump, come over here, fill up, and then we're gonna go. We save time that way. And then on the next stop, then that person that I filled up is gonna fill me up. Right? And that's how we're gonna do. We pay it forward, and that's just to save time, and that is of the essence. Obviously in gas pumps that we're able to do that, because sometimes the gas pumps are very inclined and it's just difficult to navigate your motorcycle there. But we're gonna do that. In terms of the frequency of stops, I have no frequency. I have no, like, we're only gonna stop, you know, this many times. You have to have, you know, less than half of a tank or anything. Like, no. Whenever any of you have to stop to pee or use a restroom or eat or just gather yourself, let me know, or I'll let you know, and we'll pull over. But again, these stops are gonna be quick. I'd rather pull over for 5 minutes or 3 minutes to get us organized, or something's flapping on the thing, and so we can keep it moving forward, right? We got a goal that we're gonna try to accomplish, and we're gonna accomplish it together as a team. But I need a team that's willing and able, and capable of doing it, and obviously just has a good attitude. Everybody, just have a good attitude. You know, just good attitude, good vibes, and everything like that. So, how many people? Right, I got my little list here. How many people? So far, there is. Let's go down the line, and obviously this list could change for more or less. There, you know, myself, I'm going. There's Knuckles TV. Go follow him on his YouTube channel. There's Kelly B Gliding. He's going to be riding over here from Dallas the day or two before. And then we're going to burn out to El Paso. So him. And then there's going to be, I believe, Joel. He rode. So Knuckles and Joel did the 1,000 mile saddle sore challenge with me. And they got their 1,000 mile patch. And they're members of the IBA. Grays also, that was on that road trip, which is, everybody's on this video here. So that's 5. A gentleman, a former Marine, a devil dog that was in service for 10 years from Austin, is going to come here, and then we're going to ride together, because October 7th is a Saturday. And I believe there might be one more gentleman going. So total so far it's 7, right? And I honestly don't expect this group to be big at all, because we're going to be moving. Now, the speed we're going to be moving, right? Simple math tells you that 1,500 miles in 24 hours exactly is 62.5 miles per hour is the average, right? So if we didn't stop, we didn't get off, and we only went, and there was no traffic, we went 62.5 miles an hour the entire way there and back without stopping or anything, we're gonna make it here in exactly 24 hours, right? That's not realistic. That's not realistic. So we're gonna be going faster than that. We're not going to be going triple digits like that. I mean, we might need to, if we're passing a car or a pack of large, 18-wheelers that you have to get, open the throttle. Yeah, we're going to do that, but we're not going to be going at that level. Another nice thing is that I believe the highways out there, the minimum speed limit is like 80 or 90 or 85, or I think is 80. So we have leeway in the speed that we're going. So we're also going at a faster rate of speed legally. And of course, you'll make up the rest. I give you the math, y'all are smart, you make up the numbers. But we're definitely not gonna be going, buck something, unless we have to pass somebody or something like that, right? What is the IBA? The Iron Bed Association is an association that basically is known for the world's toughest riders all over the world. And you, at every gas stop, you basically take a picture of your gas receipt and your odometer at each gas stop. When you finish your challenge, whatever it is, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, or whatever the challenge is, you submit it, and then you wait, and then you get your paperwork, and you're a member of the IBA, right? Now, what are the benefits of becoming an IBA? Well, for one, you're kind of a badass, right? You're kind of a badass. They have 2 functions. They have one in Daytona around March and one in Austin around June, according to their website. I haven't been to either one of them, but you have to be a member of the IBA to get into those. And I'm gonna go to those next year. I'll figure out where they're at and when they're at, and I'll share that information with you guys as well. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. So again, and now I'm gonna go into the how you submit the paperwork, but yeah, October 7th, 3 a.m. We're gonna meet at Kingwood Harley Davidson, and kickstands up, so I'll probably be there around 2:30 or so, and we're gonna burn out, right? Now, the day before, or even 2 days before, this is what I recommend for you guys to do, right? This is what I did before my deployments, before my big PT tests when I was in the infantry, in the Army, was I would basically carbo load, whatever that means for you, and drink a ton of water. But this case is a little different because we don't want to be pulling every 5 minutes for everybody peeing. But you know, basically carbo load and just rest. Just rest. I know we have to pack everything. If you can do it during the day. Just have everything back in your bike ready so that we can just get up and leave in the morning, and have your little checklist or something, so make sure that you don't forget anything. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rest, and personally, I might take 2 days before that off of work and just chill, get my bike ready, look it over, make sure I don't have, my tires are good, which I need to get new tires, at least the rear one, and all that jazz. All right, so now I got my phone here, all right, and I'm gonna go ahead and record the screen here, put this up here on the, on the video here. So this is the email that I sent to everybody that finished the 1,000-mile saddle sore challenge, and this is exactly how you're gonna submit it. It's really, really simple, everybody. The hardest thing is taking a picture of your receipts, your gas receipt at the time, along with your odometer there. What I do, I take a picture of the regular odometer and I zero out my trip B or trip A, whatever, and that way I know, I just take a picture of both, because for some reason the odometers on a motorcycle are a little bit different. I don't know why. So, okay. So this is the part where you submit your application. We already did that, and this is how you submit it. It's very simple. So as you can see here, you're gonna email this email in this format to ibaapplication@gmail.com, right? And again, I should have this here in the video, right? And here it reads, ride, are you applying for Saddle Sore 1500 or Bun Burner 1500? In this case, we'll be applying for both because we did them both in the same run, right? Matter of fact, my man Jesse that did this challenge with this, he went home after we did 1,000 miles and he rested, and then he went around and he did another set of miles on that time frame. So he got the Bun Burner 1500 silver already on that run. I mean, very smart from him, and hats off to your stamina, Jesse. So much love and respect to you guys. Okay, you're gonna enter your address here, right? Your phone number. So basically your biographic information. Are you a member or an existing member of the IBA? So I'm an existing member. I'm gonna put my number, and if for you or not, you'll put a new member like I have here, or indicates here. Your age, your gender, your date of ride start. So when we started, in this case, we started April 14th. So it's shy of 6 months that we're doing this again. So pretty cool. Enter the name you want on your certificate. So whatever you want, Tinkerbell or your name or whatever, whatever you want on there, you can have it. Did you do this ride with anybody else? So in this case, I wrote this as a suggestion for them to put on there. I don't know if they did or not, but you can put nothing or whatever you want. In this case, it was quite an accomplishment because my motorcycle, my Turbo Road Glide, to my knowledge, is the first and only Turbo Road Glide that has done not 1, 2, but 3 1,000-mile saddle sore challenges. And it's going to be the first and only Turbo Road Glide that I know of that's attempting to do a Bun Burner 1,500 miles in 24 hours or less. So if you come, be part of history. Enter your motorcycle make and model, odometers that when you started, and then the GPS miles according to Google Maps. So before you had to mail it in, and I think you have a mail-in option, but like, why mail it in? We can just email it in. So this here is actually the Google Map route that I copied and pasted on here, and all they do is click on it and they verify the mileage that we did, right? Of course, with the gas receipts that we sent them. And if you use a tracking system, whatever it was, include that, but I didn't. So name of city you started, it will be Kingwood, Texas, because that's where we started that time and this time as well. 3 to 5 cities that you really want to be on your certificate, so I just put these, but you can put any ones you want. Name of end city, again, we ended in Kingwood, Texas, which is right here. It's like, you know, Houston's right here, Kingwood's right there. You can either clip the fee schedule for your particular ride here or tell us what you want. Okay, so this here is, my understanding is basically like they have packages. If you just want their certificate, is a certain fee. If you just want their certificate and the flag, is a certain fee. If you want like the whole thing that they offer, there's a certain fee. So you include on here which one you want. So I think the one that has all that stuff, like your plaque, your pin, patch and everything, your license plate thing is like 65 bucks. So once they verify this, they're gonna send you an email, hey, congratulations, you're a member of the IBA. And then they should send you a PayPal link where you pay the $65 or whatever the fee is for whatever you want, and then they mail it to you. When I first submitted this application, for me, it took me like 3 weeks, but the guys, they submitted it like on a Sunday, and then, yeah, they submitted like on a Sunday, and then I think they got notified by that Wednesday that they were approved, and they got their certificate like the following week, because I think they sell it from, they send them from Florida. But sorry, I'm talking too fast. Anyways. Anything you should know about your ride, and here just put whatever you want to say, if anything. And of course, don't forget to attach your scanned ride documents, which is your receipts, right? So I put attach your receipts here, and that's pretty much the email right there. Now, when you attach your receipts, what happened to me, I couldn't fit them all in that one email because of the memory allowance for the email. So what I did was I sent up the first one with however many receipts I could put on there, and then I sent a follow-up on there with the same title and everything, and I just put part 2, and then I submitted that back to back so that way they can do that. And of course, on that email, I put, hey, this is part 1 or part 2, you know, and it worked out fine. So anyhow, so that is how you submit your application to the IBA. So it's very, very simple. So you don't have to wait for me to do this once a year. Again, this is 1,500 is only one time and one time only in my lifetime I'm gonna do. But if you're, you know, somewhere else and you want to do this ride and you were curious how to submit it, this is how you submit it. Take a picture of your receipts with your odometer, submit it to this email, and just wait, and then pay your 65 bucks. You're a member of the IBA. It's really not hard. And I thought it was important for me to show this to you guys because their website it has a lot of information, but it's a little bit antiquated in my opinion, or at least how I read things. People, you know, have different opinions, and this is basically how you do it. This is the meat and potatoes of how you do it, right? There's other rules and stuff and everything you should read. I encourage you to go to the IBA website and check them out. But yeah, guys, so that's how you do it. I believe I covered everything that I wanted to on this ride here. Again, October 7th at 3 a.m. we're meeting at Kingwood. King stands up at 3 a.m. and we're going to roll out. So anybody's welcome to come. Make sure your bike is serviced. Make sure you're good, and you know, your physical condition as well. Whatever medicines you have to bring. And then yeah, and you should be good. But the most important things, everybody, I think that I want you guys to take from this is not a ride for the faint of heart, right? Can anybody do it? For the most part, in my opinion, you can, but you have to really want to do it mentally. You know, mind over matter, right? I mean, you can have the best physical shape, but if you're just doubting the ride or your abilities, it's not going to be the ride for you. So with that, I will say it's probably more of a ride for an experienced rider, or a rider that's just more comfortable, you know, riding long distances. And I say that because the first long road trip I did by myself with my 131 at the time was from here all the way to Sturgis, from Houston, Texas to Sturgis, and that was a long trip there and back. The longest trip I had done there was maybe 100 miles around town. So, you know, and I did it, and I was fine. But yeah, anybody can join. Make sure your bike is good. But please remember, everybody, this is not going to be a ride that you're just going to be chilling out and hanging out and stopping and eating for a long time. No, no, no. It's going to be go, go, go. I would wager that if you weighed yourself in the morning of, and you weighed yourself the next morning when you come back, you're probably going to lose a couple of pounds off of this ride. So, but I think I covered that. I might make another video on this. If I don't, please follow me on my Instagram account. I'll be leaving a lot of information on that Instagram account. And actually right now I'll make a video for Instagram saying that we're going to be going, the routes changed as we're going towards El Paso, because I think that's the best route. So nothing but love and respect to you guys. It's going to be fun. Out.